Hi, it's me, Silverwire, coming at you on a Tuesday with nothing. Yeah, it's Tuesday with nothing. I don't have anything today. Uh, Aside from the usual, nothing. Yeah, I still have a lot of reading to do since I was able to get some articles that I could not access from home since I just don't know how to do that. Um, Apparently, you have to go ask someone at the university to give you like a pass or something. It's JSTOR. If you know, you know. It's basically you know, reliable source of academic material, but it's paid, and the university has like an agreement with oh gosh, what the hell is that? Okay, no cuts. The university has like an agreement with the company to allow students to get those articles and papers for free, right? Uh, and when you're using the university's computers, you can do that, but from home. Even if you use the university's email address, which by the way is extremely useless. At least this one, the one I have from the United Kingdom is pretty good, but yeah, I think I would have to speak to someone and ask if they have an agreement. They probably do, and get access to the agreement that they definitely have. Like, yeah, as an alumni, I guess. I mean, alumnus. No, no, it's too early. It's too early, and I've been sleeping like ass lately. I don't know exactly why. Probably because of the weather. I don't really know. Uh, I also don't know how to get rid of the the mold. I'm not gonna show it, uh, because that would imply having to flip the computer, and that would just create a mess, even more so than usual. But usually, what we do is rub like bleach on it, but that is pretty toxic, and the mold is on the ceiling. Um, like in the cracks, since the ceiling is made of wood. It's old. It's yeah, it's very old. And I got an ad these days for like this gel that was apparently miraculous or something. I genuinely don't know if that's true. There were some reviews, but they could very well be bullshit. And when I went to check, I saw that this gel was extremely expensive, like way out of my budget, like or two one or two tubes or chew. I'm a train now. One or two tubes was totaled about 80, 80 euros or something. I don't know if that was the shipping. I think it was the shipping actually. But still, yeah. Even if the product itself seems to be relatively cheap, with that shipping, yeah, I'm just no. No, I am sorry. And there was that, that timer about that says the promotion, this discount ends in 10 minutes, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely a scam. I mean, I'm willing to try new products, stuff that isn't toxic and that claimed to be non-toxic. And with the bleach, it's just pretty bad, especially because it's on the ceiling right over the bed and stuff, so everything had to be covered. Otherwise, bleach obviously bleaches. Approved by one Mariano. That was a Spanish politician. Nobody will understand the references because, the compilations of his best of nonsense is all in Spanish without subtitles for the most part, if I'm not mistaken. But he was famous for what we call la palisade, which is basically saying the same thing in the same sentence, saying obvious things like going around. One of his let me think. I don't exactly know what the context was because I didn't watch the whole video. I just watched the clip in the compilation. But I'm going to assume it wasn't about anything like queer related or something, because otherwise it wouldn't have made it there. But basically it said un vaso es un vaso, un plato es un plato, which means a cup is a cup, like a glass is a glass, and a plate is a plate. And people were like, that's great, Mariano. That's awesome. Well observed. And when he was asked what he thought of Catalonia, like Catalonia, the place where Barcelona is, he just looked straight at the camera like, me gusta Barcelona, hacen cosas. If you know Spanish, you already know how funny that sounds, but what he said was basically, I like Barcelona. They do things there. Literally, that's all he said. Like, I don't know, not Barcelona, Catalunya. Me gusta Catalunya. Hacen cosas. That's what I said. When Barcelona is right in Catalonia. So, I mean, he could have said, I like La Sagrada Familia. I like Gaudi's architecture. Because that's one of the most famous things in Catalonia. And I'm kind of about Catalonians. I've met one person from there wasn't But overall, I mean, they have this mentality of like superiority, I guess I would call it. I don't know. It's just a very strange bunch. I have never really been there, so yeah, this might just be bias from encountering these people online. The one person that I met in real life was really nice. So I'm going to assume that I just had bad luck online. Yeah, but it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice. It was a bit. I know I'm dressed weird. I'm wearing this stupid little. I use it to sleep because it's a hand me down and it's very old, and it's got some like bleach stains in the back. And I normally don't use it because it's very like loose, and my mom keeps complaining. Since you can see it's not that bad. Like, it's not that bad, but she keeps complaining, and it's very triggering for someone who has not recovered in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah. For the record, I am currently at 53 kilograms. 53, give or take. So that's not so bad, since I am 166 centimeters tall. That's 5'5", 5'6". I don't ask me about the other numbers, because I don't know. I think it's 100 and blah de blah. I don't know. Let me check. Just real quick. Since these vlogs are just long for no reason. I mean, what can I do? Okay, so, if 53 in stone and pounds. Okay, fine, okay. Oh god. La, 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 la. So that's 116 pounds and 8 stones and 4.8 pounds as well. 8.35 stones. That's what it is. But I don't understand. I never understood that one. It's 116 pounds. Forget BMI things, because that's rubbish. And it's just a chart that anyone credible won't use anymore. But like, yeah, it's really not that bad. I mean, it's not good, but it's not that bad. Okay. Let's see the goddamn chart. Even though I know it's rubbish, because according to it, the rock, for example, would be like a bees. Okay. Okay. There's a calculator right here. Okay. Pointlessly gendered bullshit. I mean, probably not pointless. Okay. Okay. I am not that tall. I am. Okay. Let's see. 53. Calculate. Normal. It's low, but yeah, not unhealthy. But here's the thing, like, right, I look white, but I am not quite. So yeah, I know that YouTube is really weird about talks about this. So yeah, I'm going to try my best to tiptoe around it. And yeah, I used to be bigger. I used to be at a different class when it came to fighting. And I know how to fight. It's one of those things that I know. Because, yeah, one of my uncles taught me. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I know boxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and some bases of Muay Thai. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not an MMA fighter. I've never participated in anything like that, but I have some bases on those things because he thought I could and should learn, and I enjoy martial arts, so I took the chance. Yeah, I also had the privilege, you could call it, of meeting capoeira or capoeira master when I was a child. I didn't learn that since there was nobody there that was a child aside from me. And I had the privilege of meeting this master, and he was very nice. And even then, I remember very well. I remember that day very well because it just struck me as someone with something, something special. And recently I found some videos where he's talking, because apparently he's very famous. And looking back, I know what it was. It was like the passion for the art and what it's meant, and the history of it, and the respect that came with, being a master in the modern days, when it's no longer an art that is practiced as a way to defend yourself from colonizers. This man was black, by the way, and he had this philosophy of just keeping things respectful and respecting your opponent in the modern days. And he made clear that it was in the modern days, and he didn't like when another, master showed up and just set up a studio right next to where another master was, because he thought that would create unnecessary conflict. And that wasn't what the sport was about. The sport was about connecting with something greater and building confidence, which is, to me as well, what martial arts do in contexts where you're not in any immediate danger, like self-defense and stuff like that. You feel more confident when you know that you can just pop someone in the nose. And because you feel more confident in that, you're less likely to do it, since you try to de-escalate the conflict that may arise. And yeah, I feel like after learning that, I became calmer in real life. Online, it's just, ugh. I mean, I wouldn't engage in drama anymore. I've learned my lesson, even if it was at a very small scale. But yeah, in real life, it definitely became calmer and started just walking away or de-escalating when I could. Normally walking away, because I'm not very good with words. That's why I'm here rambling and using my voice. It's kinda sucky. Yeah, it's kinda sucky, I won't lie that it isn't. Yeah, this is a mug that a friend of mine gave me that reads "Best student" on the other side in Portuguese. Yeah. And this friend is not watching this, and I should probably contact them, even though things have not been good for either of us, and it's just not good. There's a lot in the silence, isn't there? Yeah. Well, other than that, I have sent some CVs. No response. And no response either from the publishers who could potentially publish those translations I was screwed over for. Like, I have them safe, so yeah, it's unlikely that the professor would try to screw me over even harder. But it just sucks. Honestly, it just sucks to have been asked to do this stuff and be collateral, because she couldn't keep her big mouth shut about something serious, and people stop basically respecting her. Like, yeah. But it's been hard. It's been hard. I'm trying my best. With the resources that I have access to. I've asked for help. I still need to take care of that bureaucracy, which is kinda hard because it's bureaucracy and it requires me to go to a this place, and I need data that I don't have access to. I don't know if my mom has the identity cards necessary, because I need to be able to prove that there are 2 disabled individuals in the household, and for that reason, along with us being low income and only having 1 wage, and 2, you know, sources of income from social security, which isn't very much. It isn't very much at all. And yeah, things are expensive. There's expenses with medication for like 3 people, myself included, and yeah, I need to try. Since, yeah, I can't find a goddamn job. And yeah, well, it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Right now I was just looking at the mold that I was mentioning, and the gel thing that was advertised, that I absolutely think is insane, that they would charge that much for like shipping. If I had the means, I would try it out and give an honest review, but I don't, and I think it's a mess. It's messed up that, like, for example, if I was like actually trying to get something out of social media to pay my tuition and stuff, I would still have to have money, to invest in proper equipment, which I don't have. Like, these are just cheap lights. There's no ring light. It's a cheap lights. One of them is connected to the computer. The other one has an internal battery that runs out very quickly. And it's just cheap stuff, not a ring light. And I remember when someone was like, oh, if you stepped up your vlogging game, maybe you would this and that and the other, like, the good faith thing that people do when they try to give you advice. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I know. But I just don't have the means, and that's the problem these days. Like, in the old days, people could just turn on their terrible quality cameras, and some of those people are still around and made a career out of this, because at the time it wasn't as competitive, and it wasn't loud. I guess I'm inspired by that because that's what I grew up watching in terms of people. Like, there was the angry video game nerd who is still around, and he was loud, but in a funny way, not in a rude way, attacking other people and stuff like that. I just wouldn't do that, because there's plenty of people doing that, and I'm just not good at that. Honestly, I'm not good at that, because when I'm angry, I am angry. If I don't know what I exactly am angry at, I just don't react much to it. I'm just like, oh yeah, that sucks. So my videos would last 2 minutes. So it would be like, so there's this person who is famous on XYZ. They did this, and this. Wow, that sucks. That's bad. The end. Credits roll. Like, I don't really know how to go. How people are able to do deep dives on people they don't know. Like, I'm not saying that I'm too busy for that. It's just that I would lose interest really fast, because it's just like, why do I care? I don't. Sometimes I put those videos playing in the background and I'm just listening, and I'm like, why do we care about this person's life? It's important to bring certain things to light. But shouldn't the authorities be involved when it's extremely serious? Like, sometimes they are. I've seen that happen. But the deep dives, like, it's good background noise, but when I really stop to think about it, I'm like, I've never heard of this person. I will forget that they exist 5 minutes after this. It's just so and apparently that's what gets people engagement or whatever, and I don't have the profile for that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not good looking, I'm not a cis male, I don't really bother much with, like, tuning my appearance. It's all thanks to the poor quality of the webcam. That you don't see how terrible I look. Like, you can kind of see. But I just don't have what it's needed for that. So I'm okay with my therapy sessions that are just me speaking to a camera and the big red button. and the blue little light and my little lights. And sometimes talking about the crochet, which I have on pause. The two projects, the three projects that I have started. Are on pause because I have not been feeling well. So yeah, they have been put on pause. Yeah, it's a pretty sucky, but it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. I don't have any folk tales. It's just rambling, vlogging, a bit of venting, I guess, and my coffee. And someone is outside trimming the grass, I suppose. Yeah, well, I think I should do a breathing exercise before I go. Okay. Let's do the box breathing. Okay.
Relax and get comfortable. Focus on your breathing. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. 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 Well done.
Hold on. That was good. That was good. That was good. Anyway, I'm thinking that something happened, but I don't think it did. I think it just did this. Okay. Yeah. That's it. And that's all. And that's enough. I just hope that if you watched until now, you're well. And stay well. And I wish you all the best. Be well. In my stead, please. I mean that. Like, someone said that embracing the corny is good, so I'm embracing the corny. Seeing others thrive makes me feel better, because it makes me feel like the world isn't so bad. That's probably why bashing other people wouldn't really be something I would be willing to do. Or being judgy and stuff. Yeah. Sometimes I judge. Obviously, everyone judges. Everyone judge, yeah. Everyone judge. No. Everyone judges, but I don't think I could do that to try and get some pennies from Google. Because I just don't like seeing that kind of stuff. I don't like knowing that someone is doing poorly. It's just, yeah. It's just not. It's not good. I don't find any pleasure in that. It's not a case of haha, I'm doing terribly, but this person is doing worse. That just makes me feel worse. I don't know how to explain it. So it's just, yeah. I prefer it when people are doing well, because then I'm like, yeah, good for you. That's great. It means that the world isn't unfair. So, yeah. That's it. That's all. And that's enough. Just right on time. But I'll be back, and that's a threat. Bye bye.